Thank you very much, Tammy and Brian. That was great. One thing that I did want to touch on when at the meeting on Wednesday night down in South Stormont, I was there, and I put the crowd of probably closer to 200 people that were there personally. But once again, getting back to media and how the media can make or break what you're trying to say. CJOH News was there. They were there at the beginning at 7 o'clock, and they left the moment that the hospital folks had their say. They did not stick around to hear the mayor or council ask their questions of or the responses of the hospital or the responses of the crowd to those questions. CJOH took the one side of the story and left. That was all they did. They didn't hear the full story. And unfortunately, too much of our media is like that. Once again, thank you, Nick, and thank you, Brian, and Sun News. It's getting more and more onerous, this language issue in Prescott-Russell. Just in last week's Russell Villager, there was a story about how the United Counties of Prescott-Russell have now hired a consulting firm called Novita, and they are, and I quote, focus on the development of global vision of culture in Prescott-Russell while highlighting cultural strengths in each community. It then proceeds to say that the meetings will also include cultural stakeholders and participation of the county's population and will play a key role in defining the plan and the cultural vision of Prescott-Russell. Well, how do you control what type of culture is in your riding? Maybe by putting up French-only health clinics, because in Prescott-Russell, that's all we have going up, French-only. Embrun and Russell, in Russell Township, the Russell Bilingual Medical Clinic has been full for probably close to 10 years now, not accepting new patients. The one in Embrun has been full now for about 5 years. They popped up a French-only healthcare clinic right beside the beer store where they argued that everything inside's got to be bilingual, but we'll throw up a French-only healthcare clinic right across the street. So anyone that's moving to Russell Township now, good luck finding English healthcare. I noticed one in Chrysler the other day, there's one in Bourget, there's one, they're all over in Prescott-Russell now, and those have all sprung up since 2006. So how do you control who's in your riding, who's in your county? Put up French-only healthcare clinics. You're not going to get English people moving east of Ottawa. If you got to drive to Ottawa every time you need a doctor, that's what's going on out here. And I also wanted just to bring you up to date on the Russell Township bilingual sign bylaw. We actually have one of our Russell Township councillor here, Pierre Leroux. Thank you very much for braving it and coming out and joining us. Thank you, Pierre. Pierre has threw my support behind Pierre when he ran for municipal council for the first time. He was one of those rare politicians that got up there and said, to heck with bilingualism, we don't need language laws, and I thank him so much for that. We went to court, the appeals court in Toronto on February 2nd for the Galganov-Brisson versus Russell Township, talking about Brisson. Jean-Serge is here as well. There are 3 justices there, and I would say it went in our favor. We won't know probably till June the final result of the bilingual sign bylaw, but just let it be said that the 3 justices were not impressed when township lawyer Ronald Kaza insisted that the appeals court should not interfere with municipalities. They should let them make as many bylaws as they want and not interfere with them. They should, keep out of it. And they were not impressed when they heard that, nor were they impressed when Kaza tried to tell them that bilingual does not mean 2. Yeah. And now, another person, well, we've already pointed to this gentleman a few times. He's one of the first guys that gave the Canadians for Language Fairness a voice, Sunnyside's CFRAs, and I'm going to introduce him with a limerick. There was once a radio host called Nick who wanted Dalton out of office real quick. Get your crown patent grant. He was often heard to rant as Lowe's replacement. He's our #1 pick.
He did this on purpose. I got lost in the signs aren't bilingual.
Some exercise.
There's not a word of Swahili anywhere.
Would you like something?
I'm wearing something green. See that?